Do you anticipate playing in the Quicken Loans National?
Well, first of all, I'd love to play. But I just don't know.
Neither a yes nor a no. This time on CGW, Tiger back in the area to puff up his tourney. But topic number one, his aching back. And to have a good back, treat your feet. As the folks at FootJoy will tell you, it's all in the DNA. Hi, everybody, and thanks for spending part of your weekend with us here on Capital Golf Weekly. I'm Dave Lucas, and we step off this time with an innovative swing trainer that uses the freshest tech to fix and groove your swing. This little bitty sensor attaches right here to the shaft just below the grip, and when you swing, it captures so much data about your swing, it then sends it seamlessly right back to your smartphone or tablet. The 2012 PGA Teacher of the Year, Michael Breed, is a big fan.
Show you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right instantly on every swing. Just take it out, attach the sensor and swing. No buttons, no switches, just easy. Sky Pro instantly records thousands of data points throughout your swing, but data isn't enough. You'll see your club swinging in full 3D. Stop it anywhere, zoom in. Sky Pro analyzes what your club is doing and gives you instant feedback. It's like having me right there with you, showing you what you're doing wrong, what you're doing right, letting you see it and feel it every time. Now, every time you practice, it will be perfect practice. With Sky Pro, you will build an improved, consistent swing. You can save and compare swings, send swings to your golf professional or friends, and so much more. With Sky Pro, you'll have your pro with you anywhere, anytime, 24/7. See, groove, and improve.
It's actually a lot better than having Michael Breed there, not nearly so annoying. Now, there are lots of similar devices on the market right now, but where Sky Pro shines is in its simplicity. This is the same company that makes the terrific Sky Pro GPS rangefinders. They are at the very top of that category, and Sky Pro does the same thing here. At $200, the Sky Pro gets you, and in your pro can get your game in the very best shape it's been in years. I recommend you check it out at golfskypro.com. Ahead for you in this round of CGW, Tiger Talks. The former #1 in the universe remains on the disabled list. He limped into Congressional to talk up the Quicken Loans National in late June. Hear what he had to say about his bad back, life on the DL, and his event. And we'll get the update from our course ranger, Michael Arkish. He's played two of the very best daily fee courses in our area, Laurel Hill and the superb Potomac Shores. Is that this region's best daily double? And then think you know about DNA? No, I mean FootJoy's DNA, DryJoy's next advancement. It's nothing short of reinventing one of the most popular golf shoes in our game. We've got the complete story. But before all of that, this week's quotable comes from the man they used to call the Little Hawk because he looked and played a lot like Ben Hogan. Gardner Dickinson got golf just right. It's not a game, it's a religion.
Golf is such a great game and has meant so much to me through the years. I have people ask me all the time, what's the best way to get started in the game? Now I have the answer, Get Golf Ready. It's a series of 5 lessons with a PGA or LPGA professional starting at $99. You get on-course experiences in a comfortable group setting, and you'll have more confidence in your ability and discover just how much fun golf is. Get Golf Ready is the way to learn the game. Find out more today at getgolfready.com.
Do you anticipate playing in the Quicken Loans National?
Well, first of all, I'd love to play. But I just don't know. And as I said, that's one of the more frustrating things is there's no date, there's no timetable, just taking it day by day.
Circle your calendar. The Quicken Loans National, that's the new name, is being played over the mighty blue course at Congressional Country Club June 26th through the 29th. It is our chance to see the best in the game play a top 100 course in quasi-U.S. Open conditions. Wait, did I say the best? Make that most of the best. Barring a medical miracle, the guy whose name is on the event, Tiger Woods, it doesn't seem is going to be playing again this year.
This has been certainly eye-opening in that respect, but I've had some great support. I think probably the hardest thing over this period, well, it's been 7 weeks, I think almost to the day, has been trying to not do too much with my kids. With Sam and Charlie, they saw me when I first got back, and yeah, I'm pretty sore and everything, but then again, they soon forget that and then want to go out and play soccer and go, hit some balls or do something like that. And that part's been hard.
Tiger, is there any way, timetable-wise, to say whether Pinehurst is in the picture, and what about here? What do you know about timetable?
There really is no timetable. I think that's been kind of the realization to all of this is that there's no date. It's just taken on a daily basis, and it's not going to be up to me whether I play or not. It's going to be up to my docs, and I have to. Obviously, I want to play now. It would be nice to be able to go out there today and play with you guys, even though I don't like to play with you guys. But it would be fun. I miss playing. I miss being out there on a golf course and doing that. I miss getting out there and hitting balls like that and just playing. I miss the game. Forget about competing at the highest levels. I just miss being out there and just being around the golf course. As of right now, I can chip and putt, but that's it. And we're going to just take it slowly, and I don't know how many more weeks I'm going to be at this pace, but at least I have something. So I'm able to actually get out there and chip and putt. But as far as full swings and that timetable about playing, I don't know.
Tiger, with your time being able to play with the kids, not being able to work out, not being able to hit golf balls, how have you been passing the time, and how difficult has it been?
I tell you what, I am damn good at video games. That's been, yeah, that part's been hard at times. One of my good friends, Romo, went through the same procedure that I had, and he said, you become an expert in all different types of video games, and he's right. You pass the time for hours doing that, and I certainly have done that.
When the doctor finally does clear you to do everything, and assuming no setbacks, so how long will it take, do you think? How much time do you need once you can do everything to be able to tee it up competitively?
It's a great question. I don't know when I come back and start ramping it up, how far am I away from being explosive? Do I still have that capability of hitting the ball like that? But once I start feeling like that, I don't think they would take more than a couple weeks to where I can get out there and feel like I can compete. Now, how rusty am I going to be? The more time you give me, I think the better I'll be.
Notice that Tiger didn't take himself out of the national field, but he sure didn't sound like he's planning to play here. So who is? Well, the early lineup includes defending champ Billy Haas, former national winners KJ Choi and Justin Rose, and we'll get our first up-close and personal eyeful of 20-year-old phenom Jordan Spieth. To get your tickets, go to TigerWoodsFoundation.com. Up next, our course ranger goes to the places you can play to see if things are up to snuff. This time, the great golf writer Mike Arkish went below the Beltway to play two of the very best daily fee courses, and you need to hear what he found. Before that, though, a quick short game tip from the guru, Dave Pels. Welcome back. We've all gone to a course with a great reputation, paid the greens fees, only to find that those greens are being aerated, or there's no sand in the bunkers and the pace of play moves only slightly faster than the ice age. That should never happen. And it's also why we send Michael Arkish, the CGW course ranger, to see what's going on at the places we can all play. And this time, he's just back from a couple of great golf courses, Laurel Hill and Potomac Shores, where a fellow named Nicholas was there to talk about his splendid signature golf course. Great to have you back. No complaints from him about this assignment whatsoever. You had two really good golf courses, didn't you?
Thank you very much, Dave. Absolutely. Send me out as often as you want.
Okay. Let's talk with the newest of the bunch, and it's the one that frankly is getting the most buzz around here. Potomac Shores down in Dumfries. This is a golf course that was built a while back as a private course for a development. 2008 came and went along with the great financial crash, so it just sat there for a long time, but it didn't go completely to seed. They kept after it. Right. And now they went back in, did everything they were supposed to, have fixed it up, and it's open for play, and you really like this golf course.
I liked it the moment I got there. They've widened the fairways. They've made it a little more user-friendly, going along with the trend in golf these days to make it more playable. So they widened the fairways, they filled in some of the bunkers, but it's still a tremendous test of golf.
Nicklaus courses, and this is not just a Nicklaus course, this is a signature course, which means that the great man himself stood over the drawings and did a lot of the work on it. Lots of bunkers, lots of sometimes forced carries. The joke used to be that you loved a Nicklaus golf course if you could hit a high cut 4-iron.
That's right.
Is it that difficult? Are people going to find this to be a particularly tough place to play?
Not too tough, and fortunately, because I don't have that high cut 4-iron.
Yeah, so who does?
No.
Besides Jack Nicklaus.
No, I don't think so. I think the great thing about this course is it's sort of a personality test. You have to know who you are and not try to be the golfer you're not.
Yeah.
If you do, you're going to wind up in a lot of trouble. If you bail out, and there's a lot of bailout room, you can still manage your pars.
The trend in golf course design these days, and frankly there aren't that many new golf courses open, so that you don't see it all that often, is to put in a lot of different tees, a lot of different tee combinations, so that it is possible for you, no matter your skill set, to get on the right tee and to enjoy the golf course and not feel like it's beating you about the head and neck.
No, you don't feel like you're getting beaten up here, and that's the point. You want to have a fun experience every time you play golf, yet you want it to be challenging, and this course offers both of that. There's a stretch of the 9th hole, dogleg par 4, and the 10th hole, a par 5 that has a tree on a portion of the fairway, so you have to decide whether to go left or right. And that's a great thing about this course. You have to think your way around it. Again, know who you are, because, I mean, that was with the people I played with too. We kind of always tried to decide, are we going to go for it, or are we going to be more conservative? And I would say in most cases, be conservative. You
got a chance to play it and sort of sample the opinion out there.
Yeah.
I have nary a discouraging word that I've heard so far. What was the response in your
the two
group?
people I played with were overwhelmed with the adulation in the course. I mean, I think it's got the potential to be one of the top courses in the whole area. There's no question about it. If it's not there already.
Yeah, and from the day that they opened the doors out there, it really is something. Let's talk about Laurel Hill too, because again, this is a great golf course. A Love design, Bill Love design, that has had a chance to mature a little bit. They built it on the property of what used to be the notorious Lorton Prison down there. Some of the guardhouses still a part of the scene, so you get a flavor of where it is. This is a golf course that the United States Golf Association thought enough of to put the next to the last Pub Links tournament there, and apparently they're anxious to come back. What'd you think?
Oh, I like Laurel Hill a lot. I mean, it's funny, you know, I like the par 3s. Each of the par 3s is either uphill, downhill, elevation. You see, you got a lot to think about there too. I mean, again, you know, I played Potomac Shores and Laurel Hill back to back, so it's like, oh God, Potomac Shores is at this high level. Sure. But let's not slight Laurel Hill at any stretch here. It's a fine golf course. You'll have a really good time.
Big greens. There's room there on all sides of the thing. There's a little bit of water, but I don't think it comes into play all that much. It's there mostly to sort of accentuate the design, it seems.
Yeah, and we talked about Potomac Shores. I like the 2-hole stretch. Here's the 5th and 6th hole. Par 5, dogleg a little left, so you have a good chance to get on at 2 if you really hit it. But be conservative, and then the next hole, which is uphill, really tough par 4. So I like when you have a stretch with very memorable holes back to back.
And something that kind of brings us all around too, the Post reporting this week that the District of Columbia is sort of interested in really upgrading the 3 golf courses in D.C. Well, Fairfax County set out with Laurel Hill to make a very good municipal golf course, and sometimes you have to tell yourself, hey, this is a muni, it's a really good muni. If you're looking for a lesson plan for the District of Columbia, you don't have to look much farther, I think, than Laurel Hill is how do you do it right.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think also the fact that this is where a prison used to be.
Yeah.
You keep, when you're at the 10th hole, you see a couple of the old buildings there on the left. To see the history that happened in this area, and I know there was some Civil War connection too.
Sure.
It's always great to introduce that into a golf course.
All of this having been said, though, Laurel Hill may be as good a golf course, a daily fee golf course, and there are a lot of them between Bully Rock and Pinehurst. You're hard-pressed to find one that's better.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Potomac Shores is again, I was there the second day. It opened the day before, and pristine, quiet. There's one part, I think it was on the 3rd hole, after 3rd green to the 4th tee, we went around in the cart, and you're in nature, and the way the sun was coming in through the trees. I mean, it was such a majestic day. What a golf course.
Michael Arkish, the great golf writer, and our course ranger, and we always look forward to his visits. And you got 2 of the really very best golf courses that he just got to play. Thank you, sir.
Absolutely, Dave.
We'll stand by for the next report.
Sure.
We'll wrap up this round with the inside story on what is the hottest golf shoe on the PGA Tour. It's the DNA from FootJoy. Before that, though, and a break, here's what's coming up on the CGW calendar. Hail. The Champions Tour has arguably bigger and better names playing, frankly, better golf than some of the PGA Tour stops these days. That wake-up call, it's been answered. And when you watch men's tour golf, watch who's wearing the hottest golf shoes going this season. These are the DNA from FootJoy. DNA here means DryJoy's Next Advantage. And if this was tennis, it would be scored as Advantage DNA.
Competition has tended to use a synthetic material. We believe in using the finest materials. This is 100% full-grain leather from Petards of England, one of the best tanneries of the world. Glove-like feel, very soft, supple, it's breathable and waterproof. We offer a 2-year waterproof guarantee with this shoe.
That has to have been a pretty high bar to go over. Waterproof and breathable in leather, because a lot of people are going to think, wait a minute, aren't those sort of, the waterproof I get, I'm not sure about the breathable part of it.
Absolutely, and that's what Petards is great at. We have an agreement with them, an exclusive agreement with this type of leather. We're calling it chromo skin leather. And yes, in the tanning process, it gets right down to the molecular level. It keeps the water out, but it allows the pores to expand and let the air in, so it's a very breathable feel inside the shoe.
Talked about the top. Let's flip it over and tell me what is new on the bottom here.
Yes, this is the Nitro Thin TPU outsole, TPU material, so it's very lightweight, it's thin, but it's very flexible. We've built in traction elements to help alongside with the stealth cleats from Soft Spikes, so you get maximum traction. We didn't want to just have the cleat placement here. We wanted to build in extra traction elements to help kind of spread the load over the shoe, so you don't have specific pressure points. So these are strategically placed traction elements.
Sometimes people will say, you know, at the very top, I'm not sure that it benefits me, other than there's a certain prestige thing. But FootJoy has also been pretty good about spreading those benefits out? It doesn't just accrue to the game's elite players. Everybody benefits from something like this.
You know, in fact, some of the mid to high handicappers are going to benefit more from this product because they don't have the God-given tempo and balance as a tour player has. We built in such features as this 3D foam collar right around the opening of the collar here. What that's going to do is reduce any slippage that you would have. A lot of amateur players will slide up and down in the back of their shoe. This is going to lock you in, allow you to really rip after the ball, go after it hard, and it's going to secure your foot right inside that shoe.
Now, the DNA comes in 6 color combos, including a very cool jet black model. This pair has what's called the BOA lacing system in it. It custom fits everybody with a simple twist of this dial back here on the back. Tighten it up like that. To get them off, you pop out the dial, widen them out, and it comes off. The release is very simple, and again, it is a custom fit every time you put it on. The DNA goes for about $220. You add another $20 for the BOA system, and you've got maybe the golf shoe with the most features and technology that any amount of money can buy. And that's going to do it for this edition of Capital Golf Weekly. For all our guests, the entire CGW crew, I'm Dave Lucas. Play well. We'll see you here next time.